Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video, sort of. And today I'm going to be reacting to my very first Minecraft video that I ever put out in January of 2011. However, this wasn't my first video that I ever put out ever, so if you guys want to see me reacting to that, then let me know in the comment section down below. But at least the two videos that I would choose as my first videos ever both have music over them, so unfortunately I wouldn't be able to play the music, so it would be kind of silent, so it might be kind of weird, but let me know either way. But anyways, this video came out in January of 2011 on another account, on the AntVenom account, when I was making Minecraft videos on that account, and it's called AntVenom's Adventures in Minecraft. So yeah, it was just me showing off my peaceful map for the very first time, but man, is the video kind of cringe, and my commentary style is just nowhere where it is today. It's like nowhere close, even though I'm not that great at it today. I'm okay, I guess. But anyways, yeah, we're just gonna watch this video through. I may cut here and there during dead air and whatnot, but we shall see. But anyways, without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's watch this.
Hey guys, here's a little bit of a bonus video of sorts. I suppose that's why it's going on this channel anyways.
So yeah, when I say bonus video of sorts, it was because back in the day I made RuneScape content and whatnot, and that's pretty much all you need to know there.
But yeah, here's a... Whenever I'm online on RuneScape and such, people bring up Minecraft every now and then, and I do play it myself, and people are like, oh, well, let me see your world and stuff. And since I can't set up a server for everyone, this, at least as of 4:32 a.m. on the 19th, this is what my world looks like. Yeah. Oh, you want to see more than this? Okay.
So it's also amazing looking at the video quality of this. I think this was the only video that didn't use something like Fraps or a Fraps equivalent for me to record, because when I was recording RuneScape content back in the day, everyone used Camtasia Studio because Fraps wasn't compatible with it. So I just like full screen captured with Camtasia Studio, which is just not what that program was intended to do. And on top of that, there is a feature in Sony Vegas called resampling, which is on by default, which blurs frames together, and I didn't really have the know-how to turn that off manually. So along with how like jagged this video is, it's also really blurry as well, which is great, or at least when the camera's moving.
Well, to start off, obviously that's the main house area. It's got a deck up.
And also notice how many times I'm saying like that's not something I really think that I do these days. Maybe I do it for like a moment at a time, but I'm never like you know, it's almost like I was panicking in terms of what I was saying. Now these days, I just kind of go quiet for a little bit if I can't think of what to say.
On the top, and I'll go into all that in just a second. My huge sky tower. What I want to go into first, though, is my greenhouse, because I love it.
You can really see the blurriness as I'm moving the camera just at all. You can even see it in this frozen frame where you can kind of see the greenhouse twice there. Like, look at that. This is two frames blended together. It looks awful.
Reason why I love it? Why, you ask?
My commentary style in this video is also very much mimicking X from X's Adventures in Minecraft. That's sort of a character trait about me, is that I tend to sort of adapt to whatever it is that I'm really inspired by at the time. It's just kind of how I am. And at the time, it was X's Adventures in Minecraft, like all the way. You know, I had only just finished watching that series. So yeah, I remember specifically that I was talking sort of in that frame of mind.
Well, it's got the moat flowing around it, which is pretty awesome, I gotta say, surrounded by torches. But the main feature that I like, and this is very heavily inspired by the Greenhouse of Harmony, if any of you have seen X's Adventures in Minecraft. But mine is designed a bit differently, so you can get in and out from within the inside. Although I do have a way through underground. But once you're in, I got middle rows of torches here, lighting everything up. But you can get out through the inside. There are ladders on this middle platform here. You jump on, get on top, and jump to these ladders, and you can get out.
Now, what's also kind of funny about this greenhouse is that when X made his and X's Adventures in Minecraft, it was to keep mobs out and whatnot, and I kind of designed mine the same way, even though spiders couldn't climb walls in Minecraft back then. But this is called AntVenom's Peaceful Map. I don't know why I made things so that I, like, could keep mobs out and whatnot. I don't know why I did that. Again, I think it was just because I was inspired by X and whatnot. And back then, I didn't really know how to play normal Minecraft and all that and dealing with mobs and whatnot. I was terrible. Even in the early Hunt for the Golden Apple series, I was really bad.
So yeah, and I play this world in particular on peaceful, just because it's my starter world, and I just couldn't get enough of it. Oh, and those two things over there, what I started the video on, those are my spawn points. I just didn't want to make anything too fancy out of it. Thought if I matched the design for this, it'd look really cool. So, hello, Piggy. You're gonna die. Anyways, this is the main floor of my house. It's got kind of a bit of a design. It's a little bit hectic right now. This is the original design, but I started replacing it all with glass, and yeah. There was originally a lot more on this floor, but it's really blank right now. I got ladders on every corner of the room leading down except for that corner because it's kind of a useless corner when you come down here and look.
That was kind of a lie. I don't think I really ever had anything on that floor ever. Not that I can remember anyways, aside from maybe like some stairs for furniture. I don't really know, but I don't think I ever had anything on that floor because the floor that I'm standing on now is always where my chests were. Like always, I think anyways.
It's not a really good corner. Got all my chests. I got 4 stoves and 3 crafting boxes just so that no matter where I'm standing I can click on one and it's easy enough. It's my help portal. Yeah, here's what's in my chest. Pause the video if you care to actually look. Anyways, my Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator.
Yep, again, pulling from being inspired by X because he built one of those in his series. However, I was also a big Portal freak way back in the day when that game originally came out. So, I mean, some genuine inspiration there, but yeah, a lot of inspired by X going on here.
I had to have one. Not really so much because of an idea from any other Minecraft player, but because I am a huge Portal fan, and
that's me trying to hide the fact that, you know, I originally saw that and got that idea from X. I was just hiding it, man. Like, I don't know why I felt the need to lie about that. Maybe it's because of the amount of times I was like, yeah, I was inspired by X. I didn't want to, like, continuously say that throughout the video.
Is a necessity for me. So this main room that I'm in right here leads to every part of my current world. Down there, if you see down over here, there's a random room. And this is the room that leads up to the greenhouse. This is how I originally got it until I figured out the other design that I made.
So what's actually funny to note about this video is that if you go back and watch a lot of my really old content, you would note that my voice is much higher pitched than it is in this video, even though this is my first Minecraft video. And that's actually because for the first month or so when I was recording Minecraft videos, I actually had to be really quiet about it because I wasn't living on my own or anything like that. And the people I was living with, or at least, you know, I was living with my stepdad at the time, who was my stepdad then, isn't now, thankfully. But yeah, he just did not like approve of me talking while I was at my computer at all. So I had to be really quiet and whatnot. And it just kind of sucked. But in May, or no, I think it was in February or March of 2011 is when I moved, and well, you know, talking was a lot more welcome and whatnot. And that's why you might hear like my pitch of my voice go up a lot, because instead of talking really subdued, I was talking with like my full strength. So it came out a lot more high pitched. And then as time went on, you know, my voice dropped back down a bit, you know, as I, you know, started talking a lot more and my vocal cords deepened up a little bit, because I never was really talkative, which is why my voice was so high for so long, even up until I was like 21 years old.
This right now leads to absolutely nothing. I dug a very, very long hallway, and it didn't really lead to much of anything. In fact, I got water trapped in there because it digs into a lake that I will show you in a bit. But let's take a walk down here. Oh yeah, and these are stairs that, like, I try and connect as many things as possible because I'm not really much of a design guy. So I don't really like making things way too specific. Once again,
that's just because I'm not artistic at all. I'm really not. Like, the peaceful map looks as good as it does because I've had so much time to be so OCD with it. By the time this video came out, like, I think that it had only, I don't know, the peaceful map was only like 3 months old, and I worked on that thing for like 2.5 years straight.
Back in the house. This was the very first entrance to the mine. when I originally made it.
Yep, when I first dug into a cave system ever in Minecraft, it was actually through that door that I just walked through. I dug down at sort of this angle and broke into the cave system that I'm about to enter, and it was my very first cave ever that I ever broke into, and it's enormous. That's the reason why I got so sucked into Minecraft, I think, is because of the luck of the draw with the cave system on this map.
But yeah, I'm not a big, huge design freak. I like having things be a certain way.
So there's so many stairs in this cave system because I really wanted to sort of like figure out the entire cave system, and I wanted to like have it all nice and neat and have stairs and ladders and around everything, but the cave was just too massive. So by the time I got to like some ladders that are around the corner here, I'm like, screw this. This place is like way too complex to pull this off. But it did work out. You know, it looked kind of nice for being right immediately near my house.
But I'm not too strict about it. And this entire cavern, aside from the cobblestone, was all original. And you'll see how immense my cave system is. I intended on making like a really nice looking sort of X system style place.
Again, mentioning X's adventures in Minecraft here.
But it didn't really work out that way because of how big my cave system was. This is my first mining shaft, but I'm not going to go down there.
I don't know why I said that. That was not my first mining shaft. That was made after the much bigger mining shaft that can be seen from outside. I think it's because I had mined all the way through that bigger mining shaft, and I was just trying to find something else to see what else the cave was made of. But this was not my first mining shaft. I really don't know why I said that.
Because I'm restricted on video length here. I'm about 4 minutes and 20 seconds now.
Yeah, way back in the day on YouTube, videos were limited to 15 minutes. Just across the board, they were limited to 15 minutes, unless your channel was partnered, which mine, at this point, or at least the channel this is on, was never actually partnered. And I didn't get partnered until, like, April or something of 2011.
420, yeah. This is my redstone room. Just messing around. Simple stuff. I can make more complicated stuff like cannons.
So back in the day, depending on which way your door was facing would depend on how you would have to have your redstone set up. So if your door was inverted in terms of the direction it was supposed to be facing, like if you had double doors and they were facing each other, the one on the left side required an inverter torch in order to be on, or it might have been the one on the right, but it was one of them that needed an inverter torch. Kind of stupid.
Fire other pieces of TNT, but I only do that on like multiplayer servers and stuff. So let's head into the main mining shaft. And I didn't even show you the proper entrance.
It's kind of funny. Even going back to my very first Minecraft video, I still had the mindset of to never stop talking, because that's always been sort of a key thing of my commentary style, is that I've always tried to have there be no dead air. Now, during live streaming and whatnot, that's a lot harder to pull off, but in like 15, 20 minute, Minecraft videos or whatever, or less, it's a lot easier to pull that off because I constantly have things that I want to talk about going on in my head.
So just close your eyes and forget that you're watching for a second. Alright. So we're in front of the house, and there's a sky tower. I'll go up it at the end of the video or something. But, or at least I'll cut to a view of it later, because it takes way too long to get up. But this is where the main mining shaft is. And this is actually the second mining shaft that I made. Most of this is man-made. Like, this entire area used to, like, these rocks used to sort of go from up there to down here.
I'm not actually sure if I go and explain it in this video, but the way that I found my way to this sort of like cave system entrance is actually when I got lost in the cave system and had to find my way out. And what I did is I just created like a little bit of cobblestone in the area to note to myself to find it later. And then in my mind, I'm like, okay, let's just dig a giant 8x8 hole through this entire thing. That's why the mining shaft is 8x8, because that's just what I chose. That's how big I chose the thing to be. And I did it that way so that I would never, ever, ever, ever lose like where I was in the cave system. I would always know how to get out because it would be so obvious as to how to get out. And I wanted to find lots of diamonds. That cave right there, a lot of it, that 8x8 area, a lot of that already was hollowed out. But I would say maybe it was like 60% like rocks and whatnot and 40% air or something like that. And I wanted to find as many diamonds as I could as well.
Or the dirt or whatnot, but I cut it all out. The reason why I did is because when I originally made this map, And I'll just go into the inside.
I
so you
like
can
how
take
I
a look
actually
down.
did
But when I
explain it.
originally made this map, I got lost in this cave system a lot. But I found that this specific area sort of had like, it was sort of like a core structure that went down to the bottom.
I still
And
got
if you can
it.
see along the wall here, there is a ton of holes that lead all the way down it. And now I'll go down the cave. I'll go down the system. The entire middle area I cut out, but most of it was already naturally hollow. But most everything along the sides
my
here
God.
was naturally already there.
And that is
I
true.
mean,
A
with
lot
the
of it
exception
was.
of this area right here. Well, like I made a little bit of an area to put stuff.
Yep.
Just ladder.
I made that area again because of the idea of X's adventures in Minecraft and his sort of bases that he created on each floor, where he had like a chest and a crafting table and a furnace, so that, you know, no matter where he was in his cave system, he would have resources to, you know, cook things. Because back in the day, the only way really to have food, unless you had bread, was to cook pork chops and whatnot. And I don't really know why you would need like a furnace and all that down here, but, you know, it seemed amusing. So that's how I formatted some of these areas as you go further down into the cave system, was again purely based off of X's adventures in Minecraft
And whatnot, so I could continue my way down without having to continuously go all the way back up. But yeah, that was naturally there.
I like how I'm going like, because I can't think of anything to say, and I can't do the world's longest again with the whole don't want to stop the commentary bit.
Oh my God. Just looking back on all this, just thinking about it the way it used to be originally gives me nightmares.
It's actually kind of funny that I'm being nostalgic over something that I had only been working on for like 2 or 3 months. And again, the map was really in production for a good like 2 years or more.
But yeah, and I was thinking about making another mining shaft here, because everything here, like I said, aside from the cobblestone, because I just kind of had to place that there when I was getting around, it's all naturally made. And that cobblestone over there, though, automatically gets placed whenever I destroy this. And I'm not gonna get too close because I have diamond stuff on me. But yeah.
See, again, talking about how fearful I am of the environment around me. It's kind of hilarious when you think about it. But yeah, this video is getting to be 17 minutes long at this point, and I'm not even halfway through the video. But if you guys do want to see the original video in full, I will have the link in the description below so that you guys can watch that uninterrupted, because it is still up on YouTube. It's still there. But, you know, I was going to end off the video here, but I don't think that would be appropriate to do so. Whether or not this video is 40 minutes long, I'm just going to continue like reacting to this original video, because these are the parts of the videos I haven't seen in like a year or two. We're just going to keep this going. We're going to do it live.
Yeah, see, the lava automatically places that there, so because it's not going to create obsidian because there isn't an infinite lava source there.
Me trying to explain the basics of a cobblestone generator. Yeah.
And this last glass layer here sort of protects you from the very bottom level, which originally this all had lava out to here, but I turned it all to obsidian.
And to this day, I regret doing that. It looked so awesome back then. I really wish I hadn't turned that to obsidian.
And I regret that decision because the lava flowing here did a really good job at lighting the bottom half of this.
On the current versions of the Peaceful map, though, I placed a lot of lava back into place there. I think I actually tore out all that obsidian and replaced the lava.
Unfortunately, as far as this world goes, it's almost cashed out as far as my diamond supply goes.
Which is funny that I said that, because Minecraft worlds are infinite, so I did eventually go to other locations to look for diamonds. But yeah, pretty quickly this whole area, like unless I dug it all out, I had no idea where the diamonds were. And it even came to the point where I was using other software to try and find where the diamonds were, because there weren't that many left. And I think maybe I found another 15 or 20 that way.
I found the last bit of it somewhere around here. I'm just going to go through this cave.
I think it's going to be behind a waterfall.
Really yeah.
If I remember
call
correctly.
that the obsidian torch. And behind,
yep.
I'll show you exactly where I found the last
behind
bit.
the waterfall.
It's kind of scary that I know this, because there's this waterfall here that I had never noticed before. And I went behind here.
I noticed the waterfall, but I never noticed there was anything behind it.
Went behind
There it
here,
is.
turned all this to obsidian,
I remember this.
and found my last bit of... Oh, crap. Whatever, I'll just leave that there since it stops. But I found my last bit of diamond in this area right here. I had to turn a bunch of stuff to obsidian.
I think that actually
and
was
sure
the
that it was
last place I
completely safe to
found
dig
diamonds
around. So yeah, it's
legitimately
kinda
on this
pathetic that
map.
I know that.
It might have been.
Redstone. I want it.
There was plenty of
want
it
it.
around. It's just
I want it.
I would have
There's
had
more
to take out
Must
everything.
resist temptation at all costs. All costs.
In order for me to get at any more of the diamonds, I would have had to literally dig out everything on that floor in order to get to it because none of it was exposed anymore.
Yeah, so let's get out of here. I've explored this entire place so much, it's like scary how I know my way around. I don't even know it. I don't even know how much time I've spent in this place anymore. Alright, obsidian torch. Make sure I know my way out here. Obsidian torch. I'm not lost, am I? No, I don't think so. I recognize this area. For the most part. Actually,
Kind of.
Yeah, I recognize this area. This is actually where I found, like, my second bit of diamond. I found it down there. I remember that because I remember the path that I had to make in order to get out of here.
I'm not sure if I mention it, and I'll try and remember to mention it at the end of the video. But, yeah, my first experience in finding diamonds was actually in this cave as well. And I lost it all to lava because I was just running around too frantically. And then there was another point in time where I literally couldn't find my way out of the cave. So I dug a staircase upwards and my last pickaxe died. So I just kind of committed suicide in game. And what I really should have done, because I was actually only about 10 blocks from the surface, is I should have just used my hand and broken the stone by hand. But I don't even think at the time that I knew you could do that.
All right. That gold I set there so that I could see it from underneath and know that when I saw 2 gold blocks, I was right underneath this room. And because I was constantly digging through here. And there's a random cave system behind there that kept getting in my way. So this video is at 9 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, so that it's not too long, I'm going to cut to me being at the very top layer so you don't have to watch me traverse.
I like how I
all
spent
the way
as
back
much.
up.
I like
I'll
how
meet you there.
I like how I spent that much time explaining it, only to speed up the video and like.
Okay, just made
Yeah.
it back up. Ladder system. This is the very
I like how I had to explain that I was cutting the video to go back up when like that just was kind of obvious to begin with. I could have just done it.
top of the sort of lighting structure that I have, and once again inspired by the X-Lite 9000. Although, if any of you are fans of the X System videos, having large vertical walls here, if you've ever seen his...
Large vertical walls actually didn't matter. The entire cave is a large vertical wall. It wouldn't matter. The whole V shape doesn't really do anything, but aesthetically it looks a little bit better.
Greenhouse of Harmony, like, introduction sort of video where he explains this. If you have large vertical walls here, it doesn't make a bit of difference, because all that matters is if it's daylight or not, and if you have how many spaces around you, like from here to this corner, how many spaces you have visible allows that much light in.
As long you could have a 1 by 1 by however many tall thing and sunlight would still get in. It never really mattered.
But the fact that you have these here does not make a difference. But it is a very cool design choice.
Okay, so back then I even knew that. But back then the reason why that was done too was to prevent spiders, because if spiders got caught underneath the lip on the outside, then they couldn't get into it and they couldn't, you know, be on top of the greenhouse. Not that that actually mattered for the light that got in, but just for aesthetics and whatnot, so that mobs wouldn't get trapped in there.
And that's why I chose it. So, yeah. Now, we're going to traverse our way up this. I made this originally just because I wanted to get a neat view. When I first made it, it was only 2 levels tall. It was just this level right here and this level. And, you know, it gave me a nice view of everything, but you know what? I wanted more. I wanted a cloud level.
What I really liked about the old versions of Minecraft is how there was no option for brightness, because now in current versions of Minecraft, nighttime is not really that scary, but back then, all you had was the equivalent today of moody. That's all there was. So nighttime was really actually scary unless you torched everything up, and it had a much more genuine feel to it. I don't really care for the current, like, highest, brightest setting because it's too easy.
So I made stairs going all the way up, and there's glass on every level, but I'm just going to go up the ladder here because it's a much better looking view this way. Try and get up. I'm not going to get up going up the sideways because that's just not going to work. Get mouse-like here. So we are at the very, very top of my world.
Yeah, I like how back then you couldn't walk through the corners of fences like that. Fences had a full block's worth of, you know, space that it would block you in from, because like things with a smaller hitbox weren't coded in yet, with the exception of half slabs, I think may have been coded in at this time.
Oh, what are those, you ask? Well, I'm not going to go to them in this video because there's not going to be enough time, since this is just a one video tour. I'm not making a series or anything.
I'm not making a series or anything, guys. Not making a series on Minecraft, guys. Totally not making a series on Minecraft, guys. And how far we've come.
But if you look down there, and I'll go down there, I'll cut to there in just a second, there's a boat dock. And during my explorations, I wanted to get out, and there was no real open way to do that, and I didn't want to take a boat across the land to that area. So I cut out moats. That is the original dock. If you see my lake down here, the lake sort of cuts off that way, so I just sort of walked over there and made a sort of dock, and I would always carry a boat over. But then I made this dock and realized that this lake, there wasn't much land separating that there, so I just cut it out and sailed off to sea.
And actually now when you look at the peaceful map, that's all just like a giant sort of like river entrance there. That's because I took TNT to the whole area and then I smoothed it out so that it looked natural, because OCD.
It looks really cool. So I'm going to show you that right now. So I'm going to cut to there. Okay.
See, that cut was a lot more worth it. All I said is I'm going to cut to there, and then I was there. That's how you do it.
Hey, man, this fence is... If only I had... Ooh, black sheep. First one I've ever seen here.
Yeah, and what's actually funny is that back in the day in super old school Minecraft, the only sheeps that would spawn were white sheep. So I think it might have been in beta 1.2 where multicolored sheep could also spawn as well. And I think that's when like the pink sheep became a super duper rare spawn. Or no, I don't think so, because colored. Yeah, this was the update where colored wool came out, beta 1.2. So yeah, that's actually kind of hilarious. That was the version when colored sheep came out.
You're gonna die. Actually, no, I'm gonna let you live.
And yeah, back then there was no shears, so you would still just hit sheep to get their wool, and it would regrow naturally.
I wanted your wool. Give me that. Okay, do I have any boats in here? It's one. Hopefully I don't...
Dude, the sounds of the cows in this version really remind me as to why I hated them so much. I stopped hating them because they stopped being so annoying.
Get stuck out there. I'm not going to go very far, but this is really the end of my Minecraft world. There's an immense cave system down there that I simply do not have the time to show you. Oh, that sheep will destroy my boat if I don't kill it.
And there's also so many mobs by this area because mobs used to spawn by torches in the nighttime. I really miss that feature, just throwing that out there. Worlds feel so empty these days because once you kill the mobs that are there, they don't despawn. But, I mean, regular, like, hostile mobs will respawn. But, you know, mobs like this won't respawn in areas, so it makes worlds feel much more lonely.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. Let's get into the boat, and for the end of the video, I will show you me taking a little bit of an adventure out.
Can't really call it an adventure if I know exactly where I'm going. I don't know why I decided to play the A-Team music in my head there. I don't know why that happened. I think it's because of some old school videos where that played and it was just in my head at the time. Please forgive me and how terrible I was. I'd probably still do the same thing these days if that song was stuck in my head. But at least I'd be better about it. I'd try and be like, da 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 da, da da da. At least try and, you know, put some effort into it. Put some backbone into it. And I kept going. Why?
Oh, I can't go out. Typically there aren't animals filling this, but this time there are.
Yeah, because it's loaded with torches, you idiot.
Oh, that sucks. Piggies, why do you need to exist? Why did I place torches on the inside? It's like
a
farm.
Exactly.
So I'm at almost, well, according to the timer I'm using, I'm at 14 minutes, but cutting the video, it's probably going to be at like 12 minutes at this point. So yeah, I'm
13
just
and a
gonna
half minutes is
try
where
and
this video
book
is
it
at.
into my dock here, and hopefully they don't completely destroy my boat, which they're not going to. Awesome. Very close though. Cows, so annoying. Yeah, anyways, I'll catch you back on the other channel. I'm not gonna start a series or anything like that out of this because it's monotonous, and talking for 15 minutes straight for me can give me a headache.
Actually, that part was true. Talking for me for that long back in the day did kind of hurt, and I don't really know why, but yeah, Minecraft's monotonous, guys.
So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you all for watching.
Okay, and that's where the video cuts off right there. So, yeah, I'm actually really glad I didn't cut off this recording short there, but that was my first Minecraft video ever. And I think that was the first time I had seen some of those bits in like a couple of years at least. I'm really glad that I actually have the original render of this video. Like, it's sitting on a little hard drive that's sitting right here. So yay for being totally sort of obsessive about keeping my rendered videos. So yeah, anyways guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end off this video for now. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Just let me know. And if you guys are curious about this green screen layout, it's because this is what I use on my Twitch streams at twitch.tv/AntVenom. So be sure to check out my stream there if you're interested in my live streaming content as well. So anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell, guys. Thanks so much for watching.